Well, it happened. We finally got our first look at the Adidas AE2, and there's a lot of mixed opinions about it.
We'll be diving into the leaked photos, give you our thoughts, and then after that, I'll be giving you the lowdown on my recent trip with Converse. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this episode of the Beyond Kicks podcast. Well, I guess let's dive straight into it, dude. The AE2, everyone's talking about it. Finally got a first look. What do you think?
I don't know yet. This was one that I think it was like a mid-Wednesday afternoon, and Complex just dropped an article with this photo of the shoe. And I'm going to pull it up here because it was very random. And I texted our Adidas guy like right after it happened. I was like, I was not expecting this to happen at all. It was like an unofficial announcement. Very ominous photo. It's a low top. We have orange, peach, very similar to the With Love original colorway. I immediately made a video. I texted you. I texted everyone, and they know because I was like, I've been waiting for this news forever. I have a wall of AE1s behind me. Like, this is my shoe. So I don't know. I'm mixed on it. I've seen a lot of people talk about how they don't like the look of it. I'm not going to judge it yet because we haven't seen the full thing. In-hand look is definitely different. I want to come back to this image after it's released and like go back over it and be like, God, now my opinion's changed a little bit because it looks like the laces are sucked under that top layer of fabric. So they're kind of hidden there. We have a bigger Adidas logo, the Anthony Edwards logo, two different materials. I don't know. I'm mixed on it. What about you?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely agree. I don't know if I want to say this or not. This weekend, I did see multiple full product photos of it in multiple colorways. I don't... can we talk about the colorways? I feel like I should talk about the colorways. Because if I'm just saying it and not showing it...
How did you obtain these photos?
Oh, just through connections.
The colorway photos then.
Say it again.
I said I would... Can you hear me all right?
Yeah.
Okay. I said I would advise against talking colorways. I would just talk about your thoughts.
Yeah. Well, no. Just this weekend, I had a buddy in the industry that I was hanging out with in LA, and he said, "Hey, have you seen these yet?" And I said, "Yeah." And he said, "Have you seen them though?" And he pulls out his phone, has probably 5 or 6 different photos, all different colorways. I will say this is probably my least favorite of the colorways. The other two I saw look better, in my opinion. There is a toe box similar to the AE1 on this pair, where on a lot of the colorways, they used a contrasting color. I don't remember what it was on this pair specifically, but, for example, like maybe it's blue, maybe it's Timberwolves green, sort of highlighting some of the accent colors on the shoe. From that perspective, I think it looks pretty good because on the AE1, they really just only use that metallic like 3M layer. So it switches it up a little bit. The back heel sort of mimics the front of the shoe, how it has sort of like the claw coming up on each sides of the front. Sort of the same deal on the back. It does look clean. Top down, in my opinion, looked great just based on the photos that I saw. I don't think I was able to see the outsole, so that was, kind of disappointing, but we'll see that in due time. But I don't know. We had kind of like a discussion over dinner at the bar watching the fight on Sunday night while we were all looking at the photos, and we came to the conclusion it's definitely more of a high performance shoe, but we didn't think it looked terrible. Obviously, it's going to take time for people to sort of, get comfortable with seeing it because obviously it's a little weird, but I don't know. It's definitely going to be a little bit more difficult to wear in a casual perspective, but in the other colorways I saw, I feel like I could pull it off, and it's fun. It's definitely a little different. And one thing I'm noticing now that I'm looking at it, like the little stripes that are on the side of the shoe, sort of like embroidered into it, they kind of mimic the AE logo that's on the tongue. So it's kind of,
They do.
you know,
They do.
kind of cool. So I don't know. I don't mind it, but you're right. Like a lot of people were flaming it. A lot of opinions out there.
Yeah, there really was. The best opinion, our good friend Bima. I think his take on it was perfect. James Harden is not the future of Adidas. He's had his peak. He's won his MVP, made the championship runs. He's on the back half of his career. They just dropped the Harden Volume 9. Looks sick. It's a great shoe. I'm a huge fan of it. That should have been the AE2. It's in the Adidas family. They should have given that to Anthony Edwards, and they should have done this for the Harden Volume 9. His take on that was perfect because I was like, Harden Volume 9's heat, and this so far is not heat. And I get it's very hard to follow up banger shoe like first right off the bat. We know that. I think that was the correct way of going about it. I think the Harden Volume 9 should have been the AE2.
I definitely I agree with that wholeheartedly, but looking at like the Harden colorways that have been releasing, I don't think any of them, like there's some that are standouts, but not majority of them look great in my opinion, especially when you compare it.
If it was Anthony Edwards,
yeah,
100%.
Like if you compare any colorway of the Hardens to any colorway of the AEs, the AE's gonna win 9 times out of 10.
See, I feel like it's a toss-up. Like I feel like the Year of the Snakes, cool material, purple, black.
Yeah,
those are my favorites. Pearl Eyes that they launched with, all right. White pair, all right. The green pair, interesting. The black and red pair looks like you just had a dinosaur slash into the side of it. Now it's bleeding.
True.
And the cyan blue pair looks the best by far. I'm waiting for those. You could adjust these. You could think of the AE1, the blue pair initially.
Mm-hmm.
Do this. You could do the all blue, the Velocity blues like this, but the darker blue, because that's his favorite. You could do a Georgia Bulldogs with red on the outside and then black on the ends. Like they would adjust colors. I just think overall, I don't know, because I like the Hardens better than what I've seen so far of these AE2s.
Yeah. Yeah. I do agree with that. It's just, I don't know. What are we going to do?
Yeah.
I truly think that you'll like them when they come out, just from what I've seen. But it looks...
I'm sure I will. That's why I've kind of waited to voice my thoughts on it, because it's like the back heel is such a staple part of the AE1, and we haven't seen that yet. So...
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know what it is, but I will say the top down, it looks great.
Yeah, that's good to know.
Does look great.
That's great.
We'll talk after the podcast, and I'll tell you the colorways.
I didn't know any of this. You should have started with this before we started hitting record. Now I'm going to be thinking about this for the next time.
I know. I didn't want to tell you before. I was ticked. Well, not ticked, because I asked him. I was like, "You think I can get maybe like one of these photos?" And he was like, "No." I was like, "Rip." But gotta protect the knowledge, and I completely understand that.
Maybe we get this mystery man on the podcast before the drop to just voice talking about how the AE1 went and their vision into the AE2.
That would be cool. I will say this person does not work at Adidas, so
that would be difficult then. Never mind. So that then it's definitely don't talk about the colorways, because this is
it was a very out of the blue conversation. I'll say that, but
fair enough.
We'll talk about it later. On another note, I think I forgot to mention this last week, but did you see that the Tom Sachs general purpose shoe, the launch colorway, had a restock? Like the studio, I think it was the studio blue colorway.
Yeah,
I
did see that. I got an order for it.
I was kind of ticked because I went to the Tom Sachs website, added it to my cart, sat there for a second, and then I was just like, I can't do this, man. And I really like that shoe. That launch colorway is so clean with the blue tabs on the heel and tongue. I couldn't do it.
What was the hesitation?
Just like, I would wear them, but I feel like every time I see someone wearing a Tom Sachs shoe right now, obviously it's not as crazy as a Yeezy, but I still have that thought in my head where it's like, I don't know about that, but it's just such a cool shoe.
Yeah, I was a fan of it. I really liked the marketing campaign with it. The general color, I had this pair. I never wore them, so I sold them. The yellow pair, I've kind of been on the hunt for a size 11 for a while. I really like the marketing campaign they did behind it with the boring posters and stuff like that. But yeah, I just like the city shoe that Nike has. That's so similar. It's not the studio, the general purpose shoe just does not have the it factor anymore.
Yeah. But I don't know, like the Mars Yards that are coming out sometime this year too. I feel like I'm going to have the same reaction where it's like, I want a pair, but
It was gas. Women's exclusive.
Yellow pair was so cool.
Size 11's hard to find.
I did not know that though. That's crazy.
He does have the originals. There's the Mars Yard. Dogs are freaking.
The dogs are freaking out. Also, someone commented this on I think it was last week's video. I don't want to say or jack the other sneaker podcasts by doing this, but what did you have on foot today?
I saw that comment as well.
The people want to know.
It gets right into our pickups because it's a recent pickup, and I actually had some heat on feet, which is very rare. Freshly unlaced. Look at that. So also new webcam. We got a new Sony FX30. So
Fancy.
You're going to see some detailed images of these shoes now on the YouTube. So definitely go sub there. The Unions. I had the brand new Unions on foot that I grossly overpaid for, which hurts a little bit. I paid $625. They're going for like $400 now, which happens. But it doesn't matter because if they were going for $1,000, it's not like I'm going to sell them anyways. I'm going to rock them. So it is what it is. I got burned on them, but that's all right. If I can find a used pair for like $250, bro, I'm buying another pair because these are sick. Materials insane. Here's my gripes. The laces, I'm going to make a video on this too. The laces are incredibly slippery. They unlace insanely easily. The second part is the laces are not long enough. I have it only up to the second top portion and they barely lace. So it's like kind of frustrating. I wish they would just make them longer.
Yeah. I think I have the exact same issue with the Beffy's Beauty Supply pair.
Yes, that's the other pair that has the exact same problem.
I don't know why, but like when I wore those to the band event, the amount of times I had to like stop what I was doing and retie my shoe were just insane. But it actually got to the point where I don't even tie them anymore. I just have them laced all the way up and have the laces like dangling.
That's an option too. Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, it looks pretty good that way. You just got to make sure it's not like super loose. So it's an option, but what you got there? ASICs?
You know what these are. I think you must have got your pair in.
I did. Yeah.
This one I'm hyped about. So I did shoot this company DM. You said reach out to them. So I did Sneaker Politics. They didn't see it at all. I don't know how they ended up getting back to me, but they didn't see it for like days. And then they just hit me with the, I got to look at it now. They hit me with the, let me find it. I was like, huge fan of the A6. Sent it on Wednesday. Friday. We appreciate it. We'd love to send you a pair over. Fill this out. We heard this might be your first pair of gel Kayano 14s. Did you say something to him?
I didn't. They listened to last week's podcast.
Okay, so there you go. So that was like either because I didn't post the clip on him yet because we made a clip. I haven't posted it yet because I figured we could add some in hand B-roll, and now the clips might have aged out because we were talking about how dope this drop is, but now we have it. So shout out Sneaker Politics. That's sick. I was like, I got that, and I was kind of like, whoa, like you listened. So this is my first reaction. I literally got them in the mail an hour before the podcast. I have not seen them yet. Live unboxing. Yep. We got the Just Say No campaign. Nancy Reagan, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yep. Dude, the card is so sick.
Very cool. Oh, these are sick, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, those are nice. Those are beautiful. The metallic is just as bright as I was hoping it would be. The gel unit in the midsole, bro, that is squishy. I thought that was like a stiff plastic. It's actually
Oh
gel.
no. Yeah. It's one of those,
And
it looks just as good as in hand as it does in photos, which I feel like is rare nowadays, if that makes sense.
it's the Kith effect. We've talked about it.
Yeah.
Photos are too good.
I feel like I get burned all the time.
Red insoles. These are gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
Big fan of those. So yeah, that I'm hyped to toss those on foot. Shout out you for making it happen.
Hey, well, shout out to Sneaker Politics, dude. I was surprised they listened last week. They even commented on the video and I was like, oh snap, let's go. Like, very exciting. Very exciting. But
Next up here, this one's courtesy of Champ Sports. These dropped like a month ago. I didn't think I'd be getting them, but then they just showed up.
oh damn.
Blue Games, baby. Look at how nice those look. The leather is way better in hand than I thought.
That's crazy.
They are half size too small, so I'm gonna have to squeeze, but I'm definitely gonna be rocking these. It's the year of the retro, baby. I'm hyped about these.
That's a crazy pair for them to send over, dude.
Champ Sports fan.
Yeah.
I just for my love of Champ Sports, I've had multiple emails over the last week from competitors that I've shot down. Nope, I'm out. I'm on Champ's team, man.
That's funny. Good.
I got two more. I got to kind of move around my boxes here. This one, I've had a pair of these in the past. Case Swiss. Reached out, gifting campaign. They had some new colorways. I figured that this is actually like a sick colorway. I'm a huge fan of red, white, and blue shoes. My Cortez Gumps, I love. I like these, dude. These are clean. Like low top summer shoe, 4th of July. Like got the flag.
I think that's
right there.
Pair. I have a pair of those too that they sent me.
Like
I want to say it's the same
solid low top shoe, and I was not expecting to be really impressed by it, but materials are very similar to when the 550 New Balances first came out. Very similar to that, like a good gel insole. You can kind of see it up top there. It's a new camera, bro. I love showing the shoes off on this thing now.
I like that.
And then one more. It's a big box. It is a good one. It's a very good one. This is
cool.
This is months in the making. They released these back. Production date was February 20th at 10:45 a.m. At 10:45 at 36 second. These are custom Zellerfeld 3D printed shoes that I ordered. I don't know if you remember. I don't know when it was. It was after Complex Con because they released the Zellerfeld Air Maxes that were limited. And then out of nowhere, they just released these dunks, and that's what I got here. They went crazy though. This is not a special box or anything. This is just straight from them, handwritten letter. This is your 3D printed shoes, quality assured, Zellerfeld engineers. Retail was not even that crazy on them. I think it was like $200. You can get some socks there. Can't that APTHCRY. There you go. Boom. These ones.
Orange. Yeah.
So they have the Artifact Dunk outsole that we saw, but it's completely 3D printed. Everything, even the outsole, no lacing. It looks like I can put the Artifact charms on the tongue and on the back. So I might have to do that. I did try them on. They're very comfortable and they're better than other 3D printed shoes I've tried because a lot of the 3D printed shoes, you try them on, there's not a lot of structure to them. And you feel like if you wore them multiple times, like they would start to really lose their shape.
Yeah.
It's kind of the opposite of those. Those have a solid base that is 3D printed, but it's like way thicker than most. Like even those Adidas Climate Cools, like this feels like something substantial. So
that's sick.
I'm hyped to review those. Cool, get those on foot. Yeah, I'm excited about that. I've been a big Zellerfeld fan for a while. So
yeah, seriously. Nah, I didn't even know you cop those. That's fun.
It was like a Tuesday they dropped them, and then I had to scan my feet into the app. So now they have all my foot data and stuff, which they could probably sell on Feet Finder, whatever that app is. And
yeah,
so that's kind of screwed
good
there.
Move.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
All
You got
right,
some
we
high
got
profile feet. They've been all over the internet.
might have
So
been.
so today, all I did was really walk the dog and go on a little walk around. I just wore the Pegasus 41 in this Volt colorway.
Those are polar.
This
Wow.
dude, this has been my like go-to by the door shoe for pretty much ever since I got them, which I think, yeah, it said it ended production in January of last year. So I probably got it mid last year, but it's super comfy. Throw them on all the time. It's literally these or a pair of Kayano 14s if I'm just walking around. Same as Charley, Sneaker Politics, A6 Kayano 14.
Love it.
Super hyped to break these out. I literally wore my other pair yesterday, but I actually was able to buy Anna a pair of these too because I unboxed them and she immediately was like, I want a pair. And I was like, if I can get you a pair, I will. And somehow I was able to get in the website right when they dropped, get her a pair. And then a few minutes later, they were all gone. So you're welcome. And she doesn't even know that I did that. So I guess she'll find out if she listens to this podcast, which
Here's the test once again.
test. She did listen to last week's because I was gone all weekend. So there's a first time for everything.
Free dog show here in the background. Some tug of war going on.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
Ooh, there you go. You were talking about those.
I was talking about them last week. The Air Jordan 185 Low Royal. I love these, dude. Like I was saying last week, like identical build to the Bread 85s, which is crazy. Like same midsole, same insole, tongue construction, that nylon. So soft. Very excited to break these out. I will definitely be wearing these more than the highs just because I'm a low dude over highs, especially in the summer. So hopefully beat these into the ground and get this leather feeling super soft and plush, but very, very stoked for those.
Do you have the other colorways of the 85 lows?
I have the neutral grays.
Is that stiffer leather than the neutral grays?
Very much so.
Okay, because the neutral grays and the metallic navies and the metallic black 85 lows, those have like basically soft material when you get them in hand. So I was curious.
Yeah, dude. And like, just for comparison, like the midsole difference, how it like scoops in, the toe box looks kind of the same, but it's definitely higher and more slanted.
It doesn't. No, honestly, it looks completely different on camera. It's a lot more. And maybe they're worn in your neutral gray.
They are, yeah.
It looks like the 85 highs. You're spot on there.
Mm-hmm. Obviously, the tongue different because they used canvas on the neutral grays, but yeah, it's just the difference is night and day. So I'm hoping that moving forward, all the 85s are going to be these. But I do think it's interesting because like the midsole is somewhat sail. It's definitely not white like the breads are. So it's not like an OG, I guess, colorway, which it's not an OG colorway anyway. Like they didn't do a 85 of the Royal, but still, I think it's really cool. And I can't wait to see what other colorways they drop after this. Last sneaker, which I guess can move on to the next topic, the Louis Lopez Pro 2. These things are so cool, dude. This all metallic colorway. I love it. Fully translucent midsole where you can see the tech they used in the midsole. It's kind of weird. I don't know if you can really make it out, but it's almost like little octopus suction cup things, which is better for when you're like landing off high ledges to sort of absorb that impact. But the main comment I was seeing everyone talk about was like they were sort of comparing it to Sambas because it is sort of like that low profile chill shoe. But the insole they have in these, dude, just super cush. And I wore these all around LA the entire weekend. Zero complaints. They broke in damn near instantly. And yeah, I'm very stoked. And there's a few really cool colorways coming out that I'm itching to get my fingers on. And I have made that known to the Converse team. So hopefully when they come out, get some of those. But very cool shoe. I'm excited to see what people think about him because I think there's just a lot of potential. And especially a metallic, like low cut shoe like this, there hasn't been many that we've seen that I can remember. Like Adidas hasn't done anything like that. Uh, so it's different. And they're cheap. They're like $85, which is so cool.
It's a good deal.
Yeah. And now I really want to skate this pair because they look dope skated. If you saw my story yesterday. So
Yes.
we'll get skating in them soon. But yeah, the Converse event was sick. I was able to sit in on like a full product meeting with the team where they were basically showcasing some future colorways and some other Converse Cons products with a number of like skate shop owners from all across the US. I was able to meet the owner of Black Sheep Skate Shop in North Carolina, we've been mutuals for a while on Instagram. So was able to finally connect with him and just talk skating, talk shop, sneakers we're interested in, which was very dope. But yeah, got to listen to Louis and the designers sort of talk about the inspiration behind the shoe. They brought a few archival pairs out to sort of show, the panels they took from here, the panels they took from there, midsole inspiration. So that was just sick. And then just the event overall, they sort of had a vacant lot sort of that they rented out, had a skate park inside. They had all of Louis's favorite food trucks set up around, free food for everybody, which was amazing. So the turnout was great. The only complaint I have, dude, apparently Tim Robinson was there on Friday night. He was there on Friday for the media, invitational they did. And me and the people from Converse were like, sort of like guessing. We were like, I feel like Tim's going to be there because we're all like huge I think you should leave fans. So we were all we had our neck on a swivel. Like, is he going to be here? He was. No one saw him. So very peeved about that. But I was able to connect with Tony Cavallero. I don't know if do you watch Righteous Gemstones at all?
I don't.
Oh, you got to watch it. If anyone's listening and watches Gemstones, the character that plays Keith, hilarious. I've been interacting with him on Instagram on and off for the past few years and was able to meet him, connect with him, which was amazing. And on top of that, met a lot of cool people out there. I don't know if you know the name. It's Alexis Sablone. She's the one that designed the Nike SB and Converse pack that released not too long ago. The SB had sort of the pebbled effect.
Yeah.
Yep. Was able to meet her, chat with her a little bit with the Converse team, which was awesome. I had no idea who she was until like that. And I was like, oh, you're the one who designed this shoe. That's crazy. Very cool. So that was really sick. Met Mike Carroll, who was like my growing up, just like hero of skateboarding. He co-founded Girl Skateboards, Lakai. Yep, those. Yep, that's her. She's hilarious. Super chill. Super chill. She did a great job with those Converse too. Because that's the first time I saw those in person.
I forgot that was a Converse pack.
Right. And I didn't realize she was on the Converse Cons team. So the more you know.
There you go.
But it's kind of cool that they give them the opportunity to do like a SB dunk too. I'm like, oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, I love my pair.
Yeah, they're fire. But outside of that, met Mike Carroll, founder of Girl Skateboards, also founder of Lakai, co-founder. Also helped create Chocolate Skateboards, who did that Nike SB, the very limited one. Yep. That was just crazy. He was a great dude. He let me literally just talk his ear off for 30, 40 minutes while we were just watching people skate. He was asking me every question under the sun about like just my skateboarding history, who I followed growing up, favorite brands. So it was hilarious. Dope dude. Also got to meet Atiba Jefferson, who was probably one of the people who got me like really into photography as a kid, because he was taking all the cool photos of all the cool skaters and all the magazines growing up. So another dope dude that I was just geeking when I saw at the event. I was like, Oh my God, that's a Tiba. I gotta go talk to him. No, I shouldn't go talk to him. Oh, I gotta do it. There's no other shot. So he was happy enough to take a photo with me. I hate asking people to take photos, but I was like, I'm gonna be that guy. Sorry. So that was cool. But yeah, overall the trip was sick. Oh, I also toured the 100 Thieves compound. That was a very last minute.
That.
I know, dude. That was a very last minute decision. I've been talking to the guys that run 100 Thieves Apparel, just the Instagram page, and shot him a DM out of the blue, already landed in LA. And I was like, this is a shot in the dark, but would I be able to come by and just like check out the compound? And he was like, dude, absolutely. Let me know when you're available. So I shot him a text the next day and he's like, no one's in the office today, but I live 15 minutes down the street. I'll come unlock it for you, give you a tour. So
that's
I was there with yeah, dude. Oh, it was insane. I was there with one of the guys from Soul Retriever, one of the founders, and then Gian from Converse. So he just gave us the whole entire tour, saw where everyone does the training, apparel manufacturing sort of brainstorming area. I was the only one allowed in there because it's very hush hush. And he showed me a few upcoming collaborations with Adidas they have that are pretty sick. So we're workshopping a few ideas to do some giveaways for like our fans and everything. So hopefully
that's cool.
Tie it into the podcast somehow, because I should have a few pairs to give away. I don't know the specifics yet, but that should be awesome. Really looking forward to that. Fireworks. We love that. Boom, boom, boom. So yeah, that was amazing. They have a crazy facility, dude. It's big.
From what I've
and then,
seen,
of course,
yeah.
Oh, it's beautiful. We got to take a trip up there together. Weather was incredible, and then of course I landed back in Atlanta, and it was gross and rainy. I was like, "Yep, this is it. This is it." I was living the LA dream for 3 days.
Sounds about right.
Now we're back to reality. But yep, that was my short but very exciting weekend. Now, what did you do? What was your week like?
What did I do? I always got to look at the calendar because my brain is so mush from being
right. I have to look back into like my photos.
Volleyball. We got our last volleyball game tomorrow.
Oh, sick.
Yep. So we still have not won a game or won a series or a set. So we're like 0-8, but we're getting better. I'd like to think.
Yeah.
What else? Not a whole lot. Just kind of planning going to Houston Sneaker Con. So we've been planning that with the Blazonary team. And then, yeah, my wife's birthday is tomorrow, Wednesday. We're recording this Tuesday.
Happy late birthday, Abby.
There you go. So we're going out of town Thursday. We're getting away from the dogs, just kind of celebrating, which is going to be fun.
Sweet.
So doing that. So been planning that. I got some goodies planned for Abby tomorrow. I can say it because this won't be out. I got her some decorations. She decorated the house for my birthday, so I figured I had to return the favor. Obviously,
there you go.
And then what else? Yeah, just that. And then daylight savings, huge here in Minnesota. Now we can actually like be up later because it's
truly
until 7:30 instead of 5:30, which is sick. So
good. I love that. Literally after we're done recording the pod, we're walking up to the Battery and chilling for a little bit because I'm like, it's sunny. And it's like literally sunny and 71 today, which is like,
it's 44 here. So
sounds about right.
But yeah, not bad. Hop into some news. I know we got a few topics to cover.
Always is.
All right.
Let's do it.
First one that's we're covering is interesting. This is not something I was expecting to ever figure out, but
Okay, so we got to stop for a second and talk about one of our sponsors, APTHCRY.
if you're looking for literally the best socks on earth to pair with your favorite sneakers, then APTHCRY has you covered.
From everyday basics to unique and fashionable designs, APTHCRY really has something for everyone.
On top of that, they also have a great collection of apparel and accessories to pair with your socks.
Today, they just launched their brand new graffiti collection, and I can't lie, these are absolutely sick.
This is a new rendition of one of their more popular and beloved collections,
Showcasing wild style and bubble designs with a bold color scheme.
These are truly the best socks to make a statement. If you want to pair them with a dope pair of shoes, black, red, these would go great with some Jordan 1 breads that just came out.
I'm going to be rocking this green pair with my Nigel Sylvester 4s.
We only rock APTHCRY, and you should too. So go check out APTHCRY.com and use our brand new code BEYOND, BEYOND, for $5 off your first purchase.
And now, back to the podcast.
Basically, a recap on this. So the Wizard of Oz Nike SB Dunk Lows came out in the ugly-ish colorway that I don't think anyone's really a fan of. And they didn't say that there was friends and family pairs at all. Mm-hmm. Let me find a picture of the regular pairs.
Yeah, dude, these are light years better than the original. If these would have dropped, I would have got a pair.
Yeah, I think everyone would have. So we got these. The Wizard of Oz Dunks. I got rupees. I don't know what website I'm on right now. What
the heck?
But here you go. Here's the sneakers listing for the Wizard of Oz SB Dunks. Very interesting looking. They look like they got hit by paintballs. Like it's not something that people were really going after. Like they're still sitting for retail in the EU, wherever this country. Where's rupees?
I have no idea.
India.
Oh, probably. Maybe.
Where are rupee? Where is rupee currency? Indonesia. Okay. So there you go. Not very interesting dunks, but the interesting thing that they did with them was when you open up the box, they were in a bag, which is very similar to the Kith Marvel stuff. It was kind of a blind bag, but they didn't say like, hey, there's hidden pairs in here. Nobody knew that until like 2 weeks after the release. Somebody just found a pair of these red ruby slipper SB Dunk friends and family. And it was like a late restock that got sent to skate shops. Pairs started showing up. People started getting crazy. The first pair I saw sold, I think it was Casa Souls on Instagram had a pair, and they sold for like 13 grand to a private seller. And I was like, God, that's a lot of money. Like, we don't know how many pairs are out. We don't know anything about these. There was no info released. They're just a bedazzled all red pair that actually looks good. Well, StockX went crazy. They said, we're going to CT scan the shoe, which I don't know who thinks of this, but they're limited to 85 pairs because you can see on the inside of the shoe tag, of the tongue tag, there's a numbering, and it's numbered to 85 pairs because they did a CT scan and somehow they could see it. I don't really understand, but we're at the point where we're CT scanning shoes now. So,
well, apparently, I was talking to someone about this past weekend, and apparently StockX does have like one singular CT scan machine, whatever it is, at their facility. And he was sort of pissed about this because it kind of makes sense. They randomly post this after they get so much backlash after the Nike thing and selling reps.
It's true.
And it's like, oh, now you're making people think that you're C-scanning like every shoe to legit check it. Like, no, they're not. This process takes like, 10, 30 minutes to complete for a shoe. You're telling me that they're doing this for every single release? Like, no. So he's just like, it kind of looks like they're trying to save their ass to be like, well, we actually really authenticate our shoes. We put them through a CT scan. And it's like, you don't. So that part was weird, but I just want to know why they even thought to do that with this shoe. It's interesting. Very interesting. I didn't know.
Yeah, the pair that they have is 51 of 85. I don't think it needs, like, bro, we get sent articles talking about fake shoes and stuff. Like, stuff seeps through. I mean, it's just it's the matter of the fact. Like, it sucks. The only way you can deal with it is if you do your very, very best. Like 99.99% of your authentications are authentic through eBay, Goat, check, or not check. Sorry, check's on the mind, Seth. I mean StockX. Like if every authentication you like have every process in place to do your best. The problem where it gets muddy is the problem when a pair does get through, because it happens. It happened. Like nothing's perfect. Like stuff happens. It's if you do not do the buyer of the shoe well, then you're gonna have issues, and that's where it's like, or if they like, I don't even know how you find it. It's just like it's one of those things where it's like even if it's 2 years later and the person tries to sell the shoes and it's like, I just found out these are fake. I bought these from you like 2 years ago. Like you just have to honor it. That's where it gets into dicey issues. So otherwise it's like, yeah, fakes are going to slip through Goat. They're going to slip through eBay. They're going to slip through
Yeah.
StockX. Like
It's like
just
what they did with Blake Yarbrough, right? Didn't he have that issue with like the Mars Yard 1 or 2.0s? Like he bought them from StockX and then
Yep.
4 or 5 years later, like either he tried to sell them or did a legit check on them and they came back as fake. And StockX was like, well, we can't give you a new pair because they're really expensive now, but we can give you what you paid for it and you can put that towards a new pair. And he was like, okay, well, all right.
The whole
Like
thing is dicey. It's like it's weird. I don't know.
I don't know. That's why you need to check your shoes. Ha ha ha. Shameless plug.
They should be a podcast sponsor. What are we doing?
That's what I'm thinking.
Free promo.
Gotta make a phone call.
Exactly. This one's kind of cool. The Oregon Division Street Air Max 95, 97s. Mr. Andy was the one who kind of leaked these or posted them officially on Instagram for the first time. Here we go. Here's his photos.
Yeah.
Like
He's
that.
got the in with Goat, dude.
Yeah, he does.
That's crazy. These I really like, though. I think they're kind of cool.
They're cool. I don't know. It's very the Oregon shoes are interesting because if you're an Oregon fan or you collect Oregon shoes, then you're gonna love this. Obviously, photos are sick. Well done, Andy. But like, they're not like, I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
As an outsider who's not like Team Oregon everything.
What's a Minnesota Gopher pair? Like, what are we doing? Or like a Georgia Bulldogs? Like, come on. Like, I don't know. It's just not. I don't know. Nothing special. I won't be going for them. 3 different colors: gray, black, and a iridescent greenish pair.
That green pair looks cool. But yeah, same. I'm not going for them, but they look cool. Do we know what the price is? Because aren't these typically like so expensive?
Depends on how they do it. If it's limited and they're numbered, then yes. If they're not, then they're pretty easy to pick up.
Interesting.
So it looks like there's different pairs for different markets. The Lightning, the gray pair, I think is the best. Asian exclusive.
Why?
The black pair, EMEA. What is that? Is that Europe? Europe, Middle East, Africa region. That's what EMEA is. I've never heard that.
I haven't either.
So that's the Europe, Middle East, African region edition, and then the pair you like is the USA exclusive. So they'll be going for sale on Go, the app. March 22nd.
Well, there you go. If you want to try and get them. Why is an Oregon shoe not only a US release, though? That seems weird, but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. And they're also being released on Goat and not Nike. I don't know.
I've never understood that. Yeah, I mean,
I don't know.
What do you know? I don't know. I don't know nothing.
Jordan 3s, soles are back. 2.0s.
Yes, sir. I think these look better. Personally.
There's more to them. So like the original sole, if I'm not mistaken, they're very expensive. Came out in 2020.
They were really limited. I don't remember what the numbers were, but
I like them. I like the 3. I like white 3s. I'm just a huge fan. Like they're super clean. This new pair is just basically spiced up. So midsole, different elephant print. Looks like better leather on the upper. In the sock liner, satin. The blue part in the back even has a little ribbing or stitching. Spice it up.
Yeah, I think they look good. It's
just
different. Like the Sail midsole is obviously a little. It's very sole. They're very Sail, so it's like okay.
Mhm.
Some people are gonna hate it, but I think they look good.
Nike took all their reimagined ideas and put it into this.
That that's what they should have done.
The Soul
Sole.
reimagined. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we keep saying Seoul because it's Seoul, Korea. And it's got the Korean flag on the tongue. So it's not just the Seoul, Sole. It's SEOUL.
Yes.
Realize this is an audio podcast. People are probably getting very confused.
No. They get it. They're smart.
What do we got? Total 90s. Nike. Black pair coming out.
Bro, these are everywhere. I didn't realize how loved this shoe was going to be. Like when I was at the Converse event, everyone was talking about this shoe. Like I had multiple conversations that I was not expecting to have. Cause I mean, it's, low profile looking shoe, kind of similar to the Louis Lopez Pro 2, especially since they did a silver colorway. Everyone was saying like the Total 90s are it right now. I think they're cool. I just don't like the sides, like lace up deal. Think that kind of looks weird, but hey, it's a cool shoe.
I gotta find the Converse deal. Did you see the Converse ones that got leaked?
The Shays? Yeah.
That look just like the Total 90s.
Yep. But I think the Shays look better, personally.
I'm trying to find do you remember the name of that or a keyword that I could get to pull those up? Because I cannot find anything.
I know Nice Kicks posted it originally. You could look up Shay, like lifestyle shoe, Converse.
Kicks.
Nada?
It was fairly recent, wasn't it?
Yeah. It was over the weekend. I know that. And there ain't nothing there.
Nope, that's the Total 90.
But like very, very similar, right?
Yeah. Basically what I'm talking about is Converse like leaked or released or something with the Converse team, and it looks just like the new Nike Total 90s.
It does. Yeah, dude. I just Googled it on my phone. Not a single post about it, which is kind of funny.
I'm pretty sure Bima did a video.
Oh, did he? That's possible. I'm seeing like
pull it up.
Yeah, I know Instagram. They are on Nice Kicks Instagram, I believe. Judging from Google photos, but they look really good. But, according to Converse, it's just a shoe they made for him. And maybe they'll release one day, maybe they won't. Okay. So I guess we'll see.
Exclusive. Manir, I feel like it's kind of hurt the people. Switching things up. Air Max 95, second colorway. These are different than what we've seen. There's no Manir maroon in here.
That is true. That is true. I like on the inside of this shoe, it's like the inner side, there's like a hand wash cold sort of like size tag thing that you would see. I don't know if you can find it in the photos, but I thought that was interesting. I had to do some zooming in on Instagram to figure out what it was. Man, and that ain't even... Oh, yep, right there. Cool little badge. I think these are cool. The first, I think, 3 times I saw these on Instagram, I did not even realize that this was a new shoe. I kind of thought it was just the original.
I did,
because I wasn't really looking at it, And then, the 3rd, 4th time you see someone post about it, you're like, why is everyone posting about this shoe? And you're like, oh, it's because it's new. But yeah, no, I think this is a cool one. I love how the panels are all sort of stitched together to make it a little bit, a little tighter, slimmer silhouette. I think they're cool. I don't know if it's one I would go after, but what do you think?
These are sick. I like these. Yeah. I wish the black panels were white.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's too muted and there's a lot of details going on that you can't really see just because everything is so muted.
That's true.
I,
But
I
it gives it a dressier look.
It does 100%. I like it. I like it a lot. I like the green and the purple that they did and the brown. It's just a little too dark for my taking.
Mm-hmm.
But I like them. They look really nice, really high quality. Maybe go for them. I don't know. They're probably going to be
Yeah.
like $450. No,
It
probably
wouldn't be surprised.
190. Yeah, it's
190.
probably won't be getting them, but they're really the material looks insane.
I agree. Classic Ama. So I don't know, man. Stuff has been so interesting recently. Oh, the Bodie Astro Grabbers. 2 new colorways, black and green. We talked about them a while ago. I don't know what has gotten into me, dude. But last night, when I was looking at all the blogs to see what, the latest news was, these really caught my eye. I really want this black pair. I don't know what it is. I couldn't even tell you. I want them.
Look at that box.
That box is sick, right?
They're nice,
But it's like, it's so basic.
but
Like, why do I want that shoe?
it's simple. It's basic, high quality. It's simple but elevated. I get it.
Yeah, like, and now every time I see people wearing the 2 colorways that released, I think it was mid last year, every time I see someone in them, I'm like, I should have went for those. I don't know what it is. The silhouette just looks great on foot. Very, very low profile.
Too low profile for me. You would rock these well.
I get it. I definitely get what you're saying. So, yeah, I think they release... valid. They released on like Bodie's website, I think in the next few days. So I'm going to try and get a pair. And then I think the sneakers app later this
160
month.
A material
160 not bad.
I mean,
it looks good.
Yeah.
It's obviously nothing crazy, but
yeah, there you go.
We'll see.
The DN8 Nike Air Max.
I put this in here just for one reason. Did you get a DM from Nike Sportswear yesterday?
Mm-hmm. Talking about going to their Discord or whatever?
The WhatsApp thing?
WhatsApp, that's what it was.
Yeah. And they just send there and automate you like all this stuff to like try and win a pair. And I was getting so frustrated because it was taking forever. And then by the time it lets you enter, it's like, oh, sorry, you didn't get it. And I'm like, well, why am I doing this? I'm very confused. Do you have any insight on what this whole thing is?
Nothing at all. It's them trying to be unique is my take on it. I have no insight on it. I have no idea about any of it though, but I did get it.
Yeah. I was just wondering because apparently, to give you guys a brief overview, Nike Sportswear DMs you a link. It just says DN8 drops, like in brackets, WhatsApp link. And I'm like, this looks like a scam, but it's from Nike Sportswear. So whatever. I'm just going to click it and see. Takes you to WhatsApp. And it's just this whole prompted conversation where it's like, choose option. Do you want to join DN8 Friends? So you join it. And then it's like, it's a 4-week, 8 experiment sort of drop thing. And you have to enter it. They make you watch all of these product videos and click all of these product images. Then you enter your name, your age. And then it's randomly like a pair is dropping. You click like your size trying to get the pair. And then it just tells you, you didn't get it. Wait till the next drop. I'm like, what? And then it does the whole thing again. So I'm on, I guess, experiment number 3 now, but I haven't heard anything since like 7:30 last night. Is that when yours was going on too? Was it yesterday or last night?
I'd have to look. I think I got it earlier.
Okay. Because I didn't know if like it's just sending these messages to like a large group of people and like one person gets the shoe out of it. I have zero idea.
Yesterday at 4 a.m. I didn't click on the link. Let me look.
Oh, okay. So yeah, it'll probably prompt you to do the first two then. But yeah, this was over the course of like 30 minutes. This conversation was going on. So I just had my phone open on WhatsApp, constantly clicking all these things, watching all these promos. And I was like, literally got to the point where I almost just DM'd Nike Sportswear, like, what the hell is this? Why are you wasting my time?
Welcome to
Like,
DNA drops. There you go. I'm entering it right
yeah,
now.
very weird. No
Tab-
explanation.
Okay, I'm entering 8 experience for it. Okay. I don't know. I mean, they have a lot of colors coming out. I was just looking at this orange pair. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's basically, I think it's just Nike's attempt to have a new Air Max of some sort with some new technology every year. And they're trying to spice it up. I've seen it with the DN last year. Now they're doing it with the DN8. It's like they just keep trying to do a little bit more to sell it. But like, bro, it's a basic Air Max at 190. Like,
Yeah.
it's just not like this is not the Roshi. I'm sorry. Like,
That's true.
that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to recreate it, make it cool, make it a cultural moment, but it's like it's just not, man.
Like, there's honestly, I would rock any of these colorways, but I'm not paying $190.
Not when you look at this shoe and the materials look very basic.
And like,
At least the DNs had the cool upper. These don't have the cool upper. These don't have those little rubber bits that you could feel had some cool texture and like had a unique look. This looks like cheap materials. Like this material right here, not very nice looking.
it does. Yeah, you're right.
$190. Sustainable materials. There you go. You can feel good about yourself.
Whoop, whoop. To contrast that, I think the upper actually looks really good on these. The midsole is what I just cannot stand.
It's the iPhone. It's when they release a new iPhone and then they just add a new camera every year.
Yeah.
2, and then you have 3, and soon it's gonna be 4. Like this is just, oh, we came up with this new Air Max technology in the back. Let's make it for the entire thing. And then next year, I should predict it. Instead of having separate chambers for all the air, it's gonna be one chamber along the side, and then they all can join in the middle, and it's gonna look like the all like.
They already did that.
I know. We've seen this thing. We've seen this. We've seen Vapor Maxes, but it was all set. Like, bro, we've seen.
Well,
this.
it's going to be like the Air Max 360 all over again. That came out in like, I don't even know what year that was. But
is the Air tech just boring now? Like, I think that's where we've gotten to. I think Air is too boring.
It is 100%. Honestly,
that should be the title of the episode. It should be AE2 finally released, and then is Nike Air washed? Like it's just like, bro, this is sick back in the 80s and 90s, maybe even the early 2000s, but it's like I just bought a pair of Ons like that. They're more comfortable than the Air Tech. Hoka's more comfortable. That foam technology. Adidas is continuous. They didn't stop at Ultra Boost and going to run the Boost foam for the next 40 years. No, they've already advanced into different things. Like the Evo Fly, like Pro Fly, like that, it's the lightest foam ever, but it's super squishy. Like the Air Max, the Pegasus Premium that they just came out is the only thing that's actually interesting is they're starting to stack their foam and stuff, and it's like multiple layers of technology. It's just like a regular Air Max is not like new tech anymore. More air, less bulk. No, this is not less bulk, bro. You're telling me this is less bulk? Get out of here. That's cap.
I've always been on team like Air is overrated. Like I don't want to feel like
I've been like enamored by it. No,
I want a soft cushion responsive foam, dude. Like that's it. Just wait till you put on those Kayano 14s and spin a day. That's what you need to do your next.
That's where it's like a
day video
tomorrow. The DN8 takes our dynamic air system and condenses it into a sleek, low-profile package. Powered
I'm just so over it.
Pressurized air tubes give you a responsible sensation with every step. Enter an unreal experience of movement. Like, bro, more air, less bulk. That's more air, more bulk.
To be fair, neither of us have tried on the shoe.
No,
maybe
not at all.
It will be like the most comfortable thing I've ever put on my feet, and I will want every
colorway. I hope.
But you know what sucks about that? Like, if I fall in love with this shoe, they're going to be done with it in a year. and it's just going to be the next Air Max.
Exactly.
Like, I don't care about that.
Like the Air Max logo is still 2001. Like they just need to shelf the AirTech for like 10 years. Like honestly, and come up with like a new boost foam or something, or like the React X foam. Run with that. Like that stuff's insane.
Truly.
The Pegasus premiums, I've been rocking those at the gym almost every day now. And they're insane, like how comfortable they are. I'm a huge fan of them. I've seen a lot of people talking about them. I've seen a lot of videos about them on Instagram. This is impressive. This tech is interesting. It's little conjoints inside of the air that shoot out when you step on it, and then they launch you back up. So it's like a propulsion. It's not just straight air. And then that's combined with the React X foam and another foam too. I can't think of the name of it, but like this is interesting.
And what do those retail for?
$220. So you're paying $30 more. Look at that shoe and then tell me you'd rather buy these.
Yeah.
Get out of here, bro. Get out of here.
You look like you're just walking on marbles, dude.
They did barely any marketing with the Pegasus Premium. Like all these cool things, they did like none of it. And I get it's supposed to be a runner, but it's like these are sitting. Like the first colorway is sitting, and the Pegasus Premiums have sold out in every colorway they've dropped. So
yeah,
there's my long-winded rant about Nike Air.
Oh, speaking about something that's sold out every drop, I ordered a pair of those Nike, the new recovery slide things. Finally sealed the deal on those like right before we started recording. Yep. I got like the cream pair, I think.
Mm-hmm.
It's the only one that was in stock at DTLR. So I was like, we'll try it.
Steve Nato's video on it did like 10 million on Instagram.
It's ridiculous. But that happens to him, dude. He'll have videos that do 20K all day, every month, and then he'll have a video that does like 20 million views. And I'm like, what?
I wish I had that sauce. Steve, you're the GOAT.
Dude, I don't though. Because then it's like, you're only relying on viral videos. No offense, Steve, but it's like,
hey, he's growing. I'm not, so Steve's the GOAT.
Hey, I mean, that kind of happens to everyone.
They're light. I have a review coming out when I record it. We'll say that. Scripted,
dude,
ready to go. I just got to film it.
I'll do a review in like a month at this point.
I have
we'll see. I literally bought a pair because I was on TikTok for a second uploading a video for work, and the first video that pops up is a Kais Omar video of him just talking about the shoe on a green screen, and it had 1 million views. And I was like,
I saw that too.
I'm just like, is it that big of a deal?
People are hyped about it. People are hyped about it. $70 though. There's your selling point.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. I mean, we'll see when I get them in and put them on my feet. So maybe they're cool, maybe they're not. All
right, let's get back to the news. We got sidetracked there. Edison Chen focused on tennis heritage with the Adidas Stan Smith Esquadrille. How do you say that? Espadrille.
Yeah.
These are, before you say it, what are we doing with these ads here? These look just like that pair, the jewel pair, the blue pair you have that are the slip-on backs. These look
I love those. Like it is. I mean, essentially the same thing. Love this white pair with the green on the heel. Classic Stan Smith colorway. I want these for the summer. I'm excited to break the pair I have out for the summer, because by the time I got them, it was like no reason to wear them. I only wore them one time or one weekend. So, I think they're cool.
The black pair has a black suede upper, it looks like, with the green on the back.
That suede looks clean though.
Bro, these look like, the white pair looks like a Stan Smith that was made for a scarecrow.
That's true.
Like it kind of looks like it's stuffed with hay, and it's kind of weird shaped on the upper. The midsole is like interesting. Mm-hmm. I don't know. That's the best description I can think of. Think of a scarecrow wearing a pair of Stan Smiths.
Yeah, looks like something they would be wearing on this season's White Lotus all day.
Yeah, that's
Like,
on. Let me.
doesn't say what they retail for though. It's nothing crazy. I don't think the last ones retailed for that much either.
Yeah, they just look like, I don't know, like a scarecrow.
Yeah, the Scarecrow be dripping, dude. What?
Yeah, they're cool
I
though.
like it.
They're cool.
I like it.
Finally got a good look at these. Or not finally, we kind of had a good look of them, but a detailed look at the Adidas
Yeah.
Playfish Pharrells, the bulky boys.
Yeah, they're wild, dude.
Hmm.
They're wild. A lot of people like them. Apparently, like KO was just at the Adidas HQ, and he said he saw a pair in hand like the previous week, and he has not been able to stop thinking about them. He's like, I need them.
They
So
look huge though.
they do, but I mean, like, you know, if that's your style, because like some people wear the bulky shoes. If you got a baggy ass pair of pants,
They look
I'm sure it'll look
crazy
good.
big.
That's
This
wild.
looks crazy big.
The top down's
I
crazy
could
though.
not wear these to the local coffee shop and walk in without everyone looking at my shoes, being like, "What are those clown shoes?"
Yeah, that's why you got them though, right? That's why you paid
I guess.
$250.
Yes. I don't know. They're not. They would sit on the shelf. They look super super cool. I would never look at them like going out to eat or going like to the mall. I'd never look at them. Oh, that's what I'm wearing today. That's the problem.
Them's the ones.
Yeah,
Dude, from like far away though, like zoomed out, it doesn't look that crazy. And then you get closer and you're like,
squint
oh,
your
this is
eyes. You have to blur a little bit, and then they look normal. Yeah.
yeah. And then you're like, you get close and you're like, this is a big boy.
I love the colors. I love the stuff jarring out of it. It's just the midsole outsole is so wide.
I need to get a pair of these. I gotta hit up Adidas. Just because me reviewing these would be hilarious.
It looks, yeah, it's just one of those shoes it's like the Salehi Junipers. Like they look so cool. It's just that outsole is so big.
Yeah.
It's the same syndrome, outsole syndrome. Is that a real thing? Outsole syndrome?
It is. It is now.
Syndrome. Outsole syndrome. Outsole syndrome isn't recognized as a medical condition. It is possibly the user referring to hand-foot syndrome, a side effect of some chemotherapy drugs, or perhaps misinterpreting sole shoes, wear, or other foot conditions. So hand-foot syndrome is a real thing. Outsole syndrome, new podcast word. We just came up with it.
I like it.
This has outsole syndrome.
So does the Stan Smith clot Adidas that we just saw, does that also have outsole
No, because
syndrome?
those are just made for scarecrows.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna classify because we could either do outsole syndrome as the outsole is too big. Is kind of what we referred to it, or we could do it when the outsole just does not work with the entire shoe. Let's go with the outsole doesn't work with the entire shoe because then we can use
the DN8s.
The DN8 outsole syndrome. Yep. There you go.
There we go.
Comment outsole syndrome on the YouTube. Let
us know what sneaker you think suffers from outsole syndrome.
Yes.
If you suffer from outsole syndrome,
I might have to make a new segment. This is me, outsole syndrome. We got to give it to Bima, bro. He'd go crazy with outsole syndrome.
That's funny. I like that.
Adidas styles back to 2000 with the Adistar HRMY.
I don't know what it is about these. I think these look cool. Midsole's a little too big, maybe, but
yeah,
they're kind of tight, right? I don't know.
They're very basic.
But I bet that top down with those spikes on the top of your foot, oh, that looks so metal.
I don't think are enough to make me buy it.
Yeah, I agree.
Or wear it.
They look comfy as hell, but also it's just because that midsole is thick.
Thick boy midsole.
Thick boy.
Yeah. Yeah, they're not bad. I just, it's the top down looks really good. That's the selling point. The rest
Yeah.
of this, I don't know. It looks 2000. It's fitting. What's retail on these?
Very.
60. That's not bad.
No. We'll see. It looks very like, sporty with those very slim metallic 3 stripes. I think it's a cool look.
Adidas Dame 10 core black. Not it. I don't like these.
I think these look good for $90, dude. Like, if you need a hoop shoe.
The problem with the core black colorway, I'll show you. There you go. This black outsole. A lot of basketball courts don't let you rock a black outsole because you'll streak the court up.
I didn't know that.
There's some hooper knowledge for you. It's become. I don't think it's very like. It's not as prevalent as when I was in high school. God, that was 7 years ago. Holy, 6 years ago. Jeez.
Just like frowned upon, like going up to your local LA Fitness and scuffing up the floor.
Yeah, and it still is because I played racquetball for the first time last week. I guess that's what I did last week. Or 2 weeks ago, maybe. I don't know. I played racquetball for the first time, and my cousin was like, "Yeah, you got to make sure you don't have black outsoles because they like get mad at you because you scuff the racquetball court up." So that's the only problem with the core black. Otherwise, I don't know. The upper looks cheap, dude. Does it not look unfinished up here?
No, I mean, like it does, but also like, hey, if it's $90, they're
this is
cheaping out on materials and whatnot. But
yeah, core black.
I don't think it's a bad shoe. Mm-hmm. I think what they need to do is do a higher end version of that shoe that's like finished, better materials.
150 price tag.
Do it. Send it, dude. That's not bad. $60 more for like you could call it just like the Pro. That's it.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, I like that. That's kind of what they like that AE1 Hyperstrike or whatever we saw the leak of. That was like the cheaper. I like that idea.
It could be cool.
Concepts, New Balance 1000. It's a little St. Patty's Day colorway.
Yeah, we finally got a first look at these. I mean, I know we talked about them last week, but we had like 3 or 4 colorways in that photo, so it was kind of hard to tell what the actual shoe was going to be. Mm-hmm. I don't think these are bad. I don't know. I'm probably not going to go for them, but I do think they're cool.
There was early access out for these like 2 days ago. I saw in one of the groups I'm in. So
yeah, they're not bad. I guess I'm getting more into the New Balance 1000, so we'll see.
I got to put the bricks and wood on foot. I don't like the shoe in hand. I don't like it.
It's not for everyone.
No.
And that's okay.
2 more here. I put one extra one in. New Balance made a $250 walking shoe.
Oh yeah.
Called the Allerdale.
I don't know, man.
250. I mean, crazy.
Calling it a walking shoe is hilarious, though, right?
Granny shoe. That's literally the promo image. What are we doing?
But like the thing is, like, yeah, we're clowning on these, but I could see so many fashion bros in Soho like rocking these.
100%. Yeah, this is very in line with the 1906 L loafer trend. This is kind of like a higher end, lower end. Like you get a trainer brand, but then you put like a higher end touch on it.
Yeah, and it's a made in USA, so it's like the quality is going to be great. So.
Yeah, leather quality. It's an all brown upper with brown laces and a black outsole, and it looks like a office shoe. But the outsole I don't really like.
I don't either.
It looks like it's straight off of 550, and then they slapped on a really nice upper. And 250 is tough, but yeah, the material looks very nice. I'm sure these would patina really nicely. Insole's nice, sock liner's nice, laces look premium.
Dude, do we consider this outsole syndrome? Because like if you sole swapped these,
outsole syndrome. Yes, we can use it again. This is outsole syndrome.
You can make these look great with a different midsole.
Bro, you put like a 991 outsole on these. Just that upper. Like, let's get crazy. Bro, yeah, it's somebody make that mock up of that. Because it would, bro. Yeah, these 250 is crazy. You're literally paying for the upper on this.
Yeah.
Fair enough. 100%. And the walking shoe, I don't see where this is a walking shoe.
You know, I don't think it's the worst thing, but I don't know. It's gross at the same time.
Last one here. Reebok questions golf shoes. I'm
Golf.
gassed about these, bro.
That red toe looks so cool in this.
And the toe box is so key in golf because you're looking down at the ball at your feet, especially when you're putting. Huge. When you look down, it's like a confidence booster for me. If I have a fresh pair of golf shoes on and I look down and I see just the beautiful toe box, it like changes. Like it changes my perspective. This, I've seen a lot of people talk about this and say that it does have outsole syndrome and that we should have just gotten a regular Reebok question outsole with golf spikes on the bottom instead of swapping it into a golf outsole. I like this. I like this a lot. They kind of funky looking. They're really wide up top. The red. I think the red and white just looks so clean with the icy.
The promo photos look really good, and then you look at like the stock photos. Like, yeah, I get what people are saying about like the midsole outsole, but I just think it looks good, dude. Gives it that dressier look.
And Reebok's coming out with a couple other golf shoes. They have a regular like trainer, and then they also have the golf pump, which I've not seen these yet. These look pretty ridiculous.
Dude, the pump is crazy.
It's like the most prevalent pump I've ever seen. It's just think of a stock photo of a golf shoe, brown outsole, little elevated on the heel, white and black sandwiched in between the white panels, and then a pump is just on the side panel. Like,
well, it's kind of tight though, dude.
It's you'd get some. This would be one that you're sitting on the tee box waiting for the group in front of you to move. The guy looks over. He's like, "What is that thing?" Like, it's like,
and you're just over there like pumping up your shoe.
Yeah, bro, this is a great conversation starter.
Yeah. What do these retail for? Does it say
$200?
I think that's a great deal.
The $200 is crazy when these are 180.
Yeah, I mean, like if it was up to me, I'd rather rock these.
I'm getting a pair of these. These are sick, dude.
You have to.
These are. I like these a lot. I'm hyped about those.
Fire.
All right, there we go. We made it. That was a longer episode.
That was, but it was fun.
It was fun.
I enjoyed it. Well, thank you everybody for listening, and we'll catch you next week.
Peace.
Peace.